Light emitting diode, LED. LED is electronic device which converts electrical energy into light energy. And here you can see this is just a diode you have. This is not a normal diode, and it consisting of p-type and n-type semiconductors, and it is connected to the battery cell. Here it is connected. So the LEDs are always used in forward bias. Remember, this is the principle behind the LED. So it should be used in forward bias condition. Why it is forward bias? Because P side is connected to positive terminal and N side is connected to negative terminal. So the diode is forward biased. So if you just give the electrical energy to the diode, what happens? It converts this electrical energy into the light energy. It produces the light. Now what happens inside the diode? We will see. By the moment you connect the battery in forward bias, what happens? The majority charge carriers, holes from P side and electrons from N side move towards the depletion region. Electron move towards the depletion region and holes move towards the depletion region, and these two will combine. Once they will combine, here you can see, once holes and electrons combine, it releases the energy, and this energy is a light energy you will get. So that light is visible. So visible light you will get. So not only one electron and hole recombine, so many electrons and holes recombine at the depletion region and near the depletion region. Once they will combine, you will get the energy, and that energy is light energy. You will get it. It not necessary to be always light, and some diodes that will produces IR also, infrared radiation also, that will produces. But the material we are using here, that should be made up of gallium arsenide or gallium arsenide phosphide. So some other materials are also there, but it should not be made up of silicon or germanium. Because if you make the diode with the help of silicon or germanium, instead of producing light, that produces the heat. So we are not using silicon and germanium to make a diode. We are using gallium arsenide, gallium arsenide phosphide, and the symbol for the light emitting diode is here. So when you just give the electrical energy to it, it produces the light. So this is the light emitting diode, and the characteristic of this light emitting diode is similar to ordinary diode, VI characteristic. So VI characteristic, voltage and current characteristic, if you plot, as the voltage increases, what happens? In the beginning there is no current, there is no charge carriers cross the junction, but once it reaches some voltage called as cut-in voltage, it suddenly increases the current. So this is the VI characteristic of our light emitting diode. And what are the uses of this light emitting diode? The common examples we already seen in the last photodiode topic, right? This is what we already studied in the last class. What is the first use of LED? The LEDs are used in optical fiber communication, right? Optical fiber communications, we are using the LED. And one more, we are using the LEDs in TV remote. So TV remote we are using LED, but in receiver we are using photodiode. And in burglar alarm, right, this side the light is produced from the LED and that is received by the photodiode, and these are the common example of LEDs and photodiode. So here three common examples for photodiode also we already saw this. So for the photodiode, these are the uses. Optical fiber communication we are using photodiode as well as LED. In remote control receivers we are using photodiode, but in remote control itself we are using the like LED we are using. In burglar alarm we are using LEDs, and we are using LED TV, we are using LED bulb to supply the power, right? To supply the power. So these are the uses of LEDs. In optical fiber communication we are using the LEDs. In TV remote, in LED bulbs we are using the LEDs, and in display devices, maybe the example is if you are charging your mobile phone, it shows red. The red light indicate red LED color indicates that it is charging. Once it shows a green, that indicates that it is completed, the charge is completed. So in display devices are also we are using LEDs.